Hello, this is Chad Middleton once again, coming to you on this YouTube channel. Those of you who have subscribed to this channel, I appreciate you tuning in with me as often as you can. I've been getting a whole lot of telephone calls from all throughout the nation asking about the services that we provide and how could it help. So I thought that I would come on and let you know how this works. I am a vocational evaluator. I am a certified rehabilitation counselor. I am a licensed professional counselor, and over 20 years I have worked in the rehab counseling field, helping veterans, helping people with disabilities, helping claimants get the assistance that they need to justify or certify their ability to work. Now, in order for me to do that, I have to have medical documentation. I have to have some knowledge about your work history, and I have to perform some critical testing to compare your aptitudes, your abilities with those that are required in the national economy. So through this process, I am able to help you by giving you evidence that will support whether or not you can work certain jobs and whether or not you cannot work. Now, I must say that everyone that applies for our services, everyone that gets evaluated, is not automatically determined unable to work. I have some very good ethical values, and I'm not just for money going to say that you're not able to work just because you're paying me. But the process involves me evaluating and exploring your medical records, performing a good, thorough, comprehensive medical vocational evaluation, a look at the labor market, a look at your abilities, and determining whether or not you have any transferable skills so that I can say that there are no jobs that you can perform in the national economy based on your limitations. Okay, so I want to just clear up some things because we've been getting a whole lot of calls and let you know how this works. If after a thorough comprehensive evaluation we determine that because of the significance and the severity of your disabilities, service-connected disabilities, you're not able to work, we will put that in writing and give you this information to use as evidence to support your claim. Okay? Evidence is very important when you are filing for a claim for total disability due to individual unemployability. Evidence is important. Doctors can give you evidence, but it's medical evidence. The medical evidence basically says whether or not you can, how severe your conditions are. The medical evidence suggests how your limitations or your disabilities impact your ability to do certain things. But what your medical evidence won't say is whether or not you can work. What I do as a vocational evaluator, I'm certified as such, is I take these limitations and I compare them with what typical jobs require. All jobs require a certain form of physical activity or mental capacity. For instance, if you want to be a paralegal, you must have good reading comprehension. If you want to be a computer programmer, you must have an above average intellect and a real good numerical ability. So certain aptitudes are required for certain jobs. Also, certain abilities are required for certain jobs. For instance, you need to have the ability to perform prolonged standing on certain jobs. Some jobs require climbing ladders and stairs. Some jobs require sitting for 2/3 of the day. Some jobs require excessive or constant reaching or frequent bending. stooping, balancing, crouching, kneeling, crawling. Jobs require certain physical abilities to perform. So as an evaluator, I'm looking at your medical records to ascertain whether or not you can perform an activity constantly, frequently, occasionally, or never. And as I put these abilities and match them up with jobs as they exist in the national economy, I'll come up with jobs that you can perform, or I'll come up with there are no jobs for you to perform at all. Hope this makes sense. And with this evidence, with this information, the VA is able to use it as credible information to support your individual unemployability claim. Okay? Let's see. So if you're a veteran out there and you've been fighting with the VA and you've been denied for unemployability, you may need some more evidence. And I've worked over 12 years with the VA. I understand what evidence is. I understand if this evidence is worded in the wrong way, VA is going to disregard it. For instance, if I mention a whole lot about you being involved in an accident 2 years ago, and the results of your accident from 2 years ago renders you unable to work, as well as your disabilities from your service connection, from your time spent in the military, the VA is going to throw that out. They're going to say, well, you're making comments about something that happened after he got out of the military, so this whole report is null and void. So I won't waste time talking about things that are not service connected. So if you're calling me or if you're looking at this video and you want to tell me about things that's going on with you that are pending, things that are going on with you that you hope to be rated service connected, I'm not listing that in the report. That's of no relevance in regards to your service connected disabilities. I'm only going with the facts. Okay, so I want to help you out a little bit. Those of you that are looking at this video, those of you who have subscribed to this channel, I want to let you know what types of things we need. Also, I need to say this as well. Here in the Columbia, South Carolina area, I serve a lot of people that are in the area. For those of you that are mailing in information, giving me CDs with your medical documentation and such, I will definitely follow up with you if you have sent in your documentation. I try to review your information within a week of receiving it. Sometimes it may be in excess of a week, but please understand and know it's okay for you to call. It's okay for you to follow up by email to find out the status. But I want you to know that this is real. This is a service that we provide across the United States of America. Either I've had some veterans to come and visit me here in South Carolina to do the evaluation, and I'm working on ways to evaluate and test those of you that are living in other places, whether or not I need to come to you, you come to me, or whether or not we do an in-office or online evaluation for the testing and such. We're going to get the evaluation done. Okay? And if there, during the process, any evidence that suggests that I can't help you, then I will stop the evaluation process and say, listen, based on what I'm seeing in the medical records, based on what I'm doing as far as my labor market research, as far as my vocational evaluation is concerned, I am able to find or list jobs that you can perform. That be the case, we need to stop the evaluation, and there you can continue with the VA and not go through fully with our services. Okay? But I will not be able to give you an evaluation if I determine that there are jobs that you can perform. So you would have to rely on my professional experience, rely on my education, my ability to do this work for the veterans that I work with in order to get you a more valid and beneficial evaluation to help you in your claim. Okay? I know this is just some information that I want to provide you, but I'm getting a lot of questions all over the U.S. Can you come here? What about this situation? And I have something that's pending, and I haven't filed for unemployability yet, but I plan to. I'm less than 60-70%, and I wanted to see if you can do the evaluation before. So I'll have your report just in case my evaluation goes up. Ma'am, sir, those circumstances we will talk to you about um, on a case-by-case basis. On a case-by-case basis. But I wanted to, and I hope to be able to give you another video about some of those circumstances. So that you will be aided in knowing about how my process works. Okay, but I wish to provide you nothing but exceptional customer service, a good or great evaluation report, and I make no guarantees. Okay, I make no guarantees, but one thing I must say, I'm gonna look into your eyes as I say it. One thing I must say, every evaluation that I've conducted on every veteran that I have completed a full comprehensive vocational evaluation on has come back approved for TDIU. Again, let me say that again. Every evaluation that I've done where I have concluded that there are no jobs, this person, based on the significance and severity of their service-connected disabilities, there are no jobs that this person can perform. When I conclude that, for everyone that I've done thus far has come back approved for TDIU services. Okay? So my reputation is very important, and I wouldn't want to enter into services with you if I didn't really feel that I could help you. Okay, now one last question or one last comment. There's some people that don't need this service. You can get TDIU without this evaluation. Okay, but when I used to work for the VA, I saw so many people get turned down for TDIU. So many people get turned that I really felt could not work. So many people. Okay. So this bit of evidence is used to help those veterans that have been turned down, those people that plan to file for TDIU, as if you're familiar with spades, as the big joker. Okay. My evaluation, or this evaluation, is considered the big joker. All right. Once you play the big joker, there's nothing else that's left to be played. It beats every book that might come out. Little Joker, the ace, all of that. And I'm sorry for those that know nothing about card terminology or the game of spades. But I wish to give you the big joker. Use it wisely. Use it wisely. Okay? So if you're interested in these services, give us a call. Or better yet, send us an email. The email address is the number 1 vision.counseling@gmail.com. The number 1 vision.counseling@gmail.com. We're located in Columbia, South Carolina. We're certified as a rehabilitation counselor, vocational evaluator, licensed professional counselor. I'm actually videoing from my office here in Columbia. So if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. Feel free to email us. Again, my name is Chad Middleton, and I look forward to hearing about your circumstances. I'm going to send you out an intake packet that I will need you to fill out. I'm going to need information about your work history. I'm going to need any information about any education that you have. And I'm also going to need Education intake form, education, education intake form. I believe that's about it. Education intake form, and I'm also I'm also going to need for an hour to evaluate your information. You would need to send a money order in the amount of $150 for me to evaluate this information and determine whether or not we can help you. Okay. If you have any questions, give us a call, send us an email. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a blessed day, and thank you for your service to the United States of America.